Hey y'all. But yeah, God been giving me a lot of revelations about this people popping back up from the past. He been giving me a lot. And it's going into different stuff, y'all. So right now I'm reading 1 Samuel 16:14, and they talk about this distressing spirit troubled Saul. It said, but the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and a distressing spirit from the Lord troubled him. And Saul's servant said to him, surely a distressing spirit from God is troubling you. Let our master now command your servants who are before you to seek out a man who is a skillful player on the harp, and it shall be that he will play it with his hand when the distressing spirit from God is upon you, and you shall be well. So Saul said to his servants, provide me now a man who can play well, and bring him to me. Then one of the servants answered and said, look, I have seen a son of Jesse of Bethlehemite. I'm just going to keep going. Who is skillful playing, a mighty man of valor, a man of war, prudent in speech, and a handsome person, and the Lord is with him. Therefore Saul sent messengers to Jesse and said, send me your son David, who is with the sheep. And Jesse took a donkey loaded with bread, a skin of wine, and a young goat, and sent them by his son David to Saul. So David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer. Then Saul said to Jesse, saying, please let David stand before me, for he has found favor in my sight. And so it was, whenever the Spirit of God was upon Saul, that David would take a harp and play it with his hand. Then Saul would become refreshed and well, and the distressing spirit would depart from him. So this go back to people popping back up. It's like when when you got the covering of God on you, and people is out in the world. It said the spirit, verse 14 said, the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul. So when the spirit of the Lord depart from these people, they're trying to find peace. They got no peace, and they gonna find peace in God's people. I'm tickling myself because God talking to me about why people are attracted to me, and I be wanting my peace, but they ain't got no peace, so they come to you because they trying to have some kind of peace. Not that I want to be around all that, y'all, but this is what God is saying. So when people is in distress, and as you see with Saul, he was in distress. And so with him being in distress, he's trying to find this man of God. He's like, okay, he with the Lord. Like he felt comfortable being around and getting this peace off of David because David was with the Lord. So people look, I'm talking about myself, so I'm tickled. People look for people like me, people in the Lord, because they distressed out here. They ain't got no peace. I'm talking about myself. That's why I'm laughing so hard, y'all. These people ain't got no peace, so they looking for me to get them peace because I got peace in the Lord, and they just get peace just from being around me. Your past popping back up. No, you was not finna disturb my peace to you people from my past. You was not finna bring me back to no wilderness. You not finna bring me back into your mess. But that's what's going on, because like even with David and Saul, he had this distressing spirit on him. The only person that could give him peace was David, who was in the Lord. Just him being around him, he like, look, you gonna have to be, you my armor bearer. Like you finna be right here with me at all times. Because it's a peace I get around you. That's why I was saying in my other video, y'all, when I was talking about people popping up from the past, people trying to stir your peace. I ain't finna let nobody stir my peace, though. Like, I'm not finna do it. So, I'm reading about this distressing spirit and how people are drawn to people of God because we have a spirit of peace on us. And when you get around a person that's like in God, you're gonna feel this peace. You're going to feel different around this person than when you ain't around this person. Like, it's just going to be a peace. The spirit of God is just going to be in the atmosphere, and you're going to feel it. I don't want that around me. Y'all stay away. For real, y'all stay away from me. If God didn't send you, you stay away. And God ain't sending you because God going to let me know. And God said, no, this person is sent by Satan, not me. So for y'all people that got a distressed spirit, go to God. Pray to God, fix whatever you got going on so you could be at peace too. But don't come looking for me, trying to bring me into your mess. And because you distressed, you trying to put me, no. Because at a certain point, Saul turned on David. So in the beginning, he looking like, yeah, he bring me peace. But then at a certain point, Saul ended up turning on David. He ended up becoming jealous of David. He ended up he ended up trying to kill him at a certain point. So in the beginning, yeah, it sounds good that yeah, you bringing me peace and this and that. It sounds good, it looked good in the beginning. But by the end, Saul was David's worst enemy. Saul was David's worst enemy. All because he had favor with God. He became his worst enemy. So now y'all stay away from me. Y'all stay away for real. God said vengeance is his. So you come my way and all kind of stuff going on, not only just with you, but with people around you and people close to you, bad stuff start happening to them. Back up, because you ain't probably you in violation. You was in violation. You in territory you ain't even supposed to be in. You illegally tapping it, coming this way, and you ain't even supposed to be this way. So God and his angels gonna step in at that point. You is not supposed to be around me. Bad stuff is gonna start happening. Peep to everybody around you. If you come my way and you not, and God didn't send you my way and you ain't nothing but trouble and problems, stay away from me for real. Okay. Let me go back to other verses in the Bible. So when I talk about people popping back up in the past, and I see the distressing spirit because God had removed himself. The spirit of the Lord was removed from Saul. So now he got this distressing spirit. So now he's trying to pray on somebody that got God on them, so to speak. He's trying to find a man of God to bring him peace because he's in his distress from his disobedience. No. Stay where you at. Stay where you at, y'all peoples. Okay, let me go find some other verses. But this was coming to me. I know. That's why I said these people from y'all past. This is a warning. Leave these people in y'all past. It's going to be worse for you than before. And some of y'all, it might end in death. Leave these people that's in your past, leave them in the past. Do not open the door back up because you might not make it out. You might not make it out this time. So let me go into other stuff going on. But this is one of the examples. And this coming from 1 Samuel 16:14. Yeah, I had to go to the next scripture, and it's coming out of Matthew 12:43, and it talk about an unclean spirit returns. A lot of people use this a lot of different ways, and they just talk about when you clean and you don't feed yourself and the spirit come back, but I use it as far as relationship. I use it as far as like you being in a relationship, God cutting you and separating you from this person who was once a part of you, and that person wanted and come back. So I use it in reference a lot of times to people who God deliver you from, and then they go out wandering, and then they pop back up into your life. So this is the unclean spirit returns, and God is telling me that this is a warning for people popping back up in your life. It's off the chart. Like it's a 10. Like do not open that door back up. You know, I'm joking and stuff, but on a serious note, he said that this is very serious, and he's sending a warning, and he's saying do not open up those doors that he has closed for you. And I got 3 different chapters that I'm talking about. So I went to Paul and Saul about this man who was not under the covering of God, and now he's all of a sudden in distress, and he's purposely looking for somebody that's of God to bring him some kind of relief. He purposely like, I need to find somebody of God because God ain't on me no more, and I need peace. And so he ended up looking for David, who did bring him peace, but then at certain points he tried to kill David. So this right here is talking about the unclean spirit returns, and it's coming from Matthew 12:43. It say, when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places seeking rest and finds none. Then he says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when he comes, he finds it empty, swept, and put in order. Then he goes and take with him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. So it shall be with this wicked generation. So basically, when I hear this parable, and everybody use their own way, but with me, the Holy Spirit say like relationship, like just say God deliver you from a person. This person is wandering. This is an unclean spirit that's wandering in the wild. So he wandering in the wild. He has no peace, and so he go back and he ain't got no rest. So when he go out, y'all in relationship, y'all break up. You done moved on. You got peace. This other person, they ain't got they out in the wilderness, but they ain't got no peace. They had peace with you. So what they say in their mind is, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and find rest. So They not even coming back to generally be with you and try to fix what's going on. All they doing is thinking about their selfish self and just feel like, if I'm with this person, I got rest and I got peace. And I'm going back to this person just to get my rest and my peace, because I don't have no rest. So I'm going to target somebody that do got rest, and I'm going to target them. And so when you leave from somebody and they done been out there like that and they come back, the Bible say it's going to bring back with it 7 more spirits, more wicked than before. So the person who you thought you was with, they're going to be way worse the second time around than they was before, because they bringing more wicked spirits than they had in the beginning. When y'all first broke up, when they come back, it's going to be way worse. And so it say the state of the man is going to be worse than the first. So when you cut these people off, you're not going to be able to keep opening the door, shutting the door, opening the door, shutting the door. Because each time you do that, that person, when they wander off and come back, they got more spirits on them than they had when y'all originally broke up, when y'all originally left. They bringing all this to y'all, and the stronghold on this person make it harder and harder for you to actually get out of these relationships. So in the beginning, you might have got out of it real quick. But if you open that door, let this person back in, you're going to find it even harder to let this person to get out this relationship. You're going to seem like you stuck, so to speak, in this relationship with this person, but it's because the spirits is more stronger and more wicked than before, and it wasn't as easy to break the tie, the soul tie. It wasn't easily broken like how it was the first time, because now it got a taste of what's going on, and it's like, no. So it's coming more powerful because it's coming to dominate. The spirit is coming to dominate y'all. So that's why I told you, lead. When people pop back up in your path, lead them in your path. Do not let Satan use curiosity to try to lure you back into his trap. Do not be curious to even know what's been going on, how life been treating. Do not be doing it, because it's a trap and it's going to be harder for you to get out. And it might end in death. Some of these relationships these people be trying to get out of, these people is not getting out these relationships. These people it's ending in death. It's ending in blood. They can't get out. It's like to death do you part, and that's what it is. And the spiritual is like to death do you part, and death is taking people out of some of these relationships. It's not just marriage to death do you part. It's just you in a relationship with a person, you tied to this person. It's to death do you part. You got a spiritual, evil marriage covenant established, and it's to death do you part, and it's taking death for some people to even get out of these relationships through these domestic violence and stuff. These people ain't even like married to these people, but in the spiritual they are married to them, and one person, if not both, is end up dead. Sometimes be murder suicide. You trying to get out the relationship like it's over. The other person, they end up doing murder suicide. They end up killing you and killing themselves. These people not letting you leave out these relationships, y'all. It's very serious. If somebody popping back up in your life and God has delivered you from these people, do not go back to the people that God had delivered you from. Do not go back into your mess. This is a warning. Do not walk back into your mess. Yeah, y'all, and the third part of this, do not go back, this warning that God is sending out, come from Genesis 19:26. And basically, it's when God decided to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and God told Lot and his family to get out, to get away. And in the process of them trying to escape and find safety, I'm finna read 26. It said, but his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. So when God said he was finna destroy this city, and she decided to go back to look back, she looked back and became a pillar of salt. And it don't go into the extent of what look was. But when God say do not go back, it is a warning, a very stern warning to do not go back. Do not look back. Do not be curious. Do not let Satan woo you in. Do not, like, you're going to have to stand firm, because Satan, he's not letting up. Satan is not coming to play with nobody. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy your destiny. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy your destiny. So he's on a mission. He's on a mission. He got people on assignment out here. These people from your past feeling like they can just pop back up in your life. You're going to have to be stern. You're going to have to be mean. You're going to have to set your standard, because you might be saving you and your kids' life in this process, and you don't even know it. You don't know the mental state of these people when they come back into your life after they've been gone. These people, like I said, they come back worse than they were before. So it's going to be real hard. Like, it's going to be harder than it was before. Like, in your mind, you thinking of how it was, And that ain't what it is. It's a deception right there. So I'm going to let y'all go, but God wanted me to go in depth about these people popping back up in your life. And he's really very stern about, do not open the door back up, because you don't know. You might be letting death into your life and into your family, into what you got going on, just by opening the door up for these people out here. So I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Pray about it. Take it up with God. But if God didn't shut a door, he do not want you to open that door. He do not want you. You're going to have to be stern and firm with Satan, because that's who you fighting against, Satan. Satan and these people. Satan and all these people around you, everybody on the side, and you like, ooh, hey. No. God said we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. It's bigger than it. It's higher than it. And the spiritual level, you going up against Satan through these people around you. Satan and his minions, they operating through these people who you love so much to destroy you in this process. So y'all be careful out here, and just be safe, and just keep your guards up, and whatever you got to do, whatever level you got to take it to that level, because it's going to be life or death for some people. Take it to their level. These people popping back up in your life, push it to their level. Push it to a 10 if you got to. Do not play with these people. These people is coming back to your life, and these people is not coming to play. The Bible say that these spirits come back 7 times more wicked than before. And you want to play with that? Do not play with Satan. Satan is somebody that you can't play with. You can't just ha. You can't joke with Satan. You can't do that with him. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.